Yeah, there are some similarities there. I always feel I have special connection when I have Nigerian friends or students as where we're sort of failed oil state brethren. There's a lot in common, except their currency, black market to legal, I think is 2 times devaluated, which would be a significant improvement over Venezuela's current currency regimen. But the Guri question is actually a really important one. Not all the turbines are shut down. In fact, all of them are on the cusp of being affected. Basically, right now, it's about a meter, I believe, and a third over the levels at which point the first 2 turbines would be shut down and about 6 more would be affected, but it has to go down about another 12 meters before it would shut down entirely, which would be unlikely unless rainy season just decided to skip this year, which probably wouldn't take place. But where there is an interesting issue here is that you mentioned that the grid had not kept pace with sort of development, with people buying televisions, with people buying appliances, and there's some truth to that. But at the same time, Venezuelans use more electricity than any other country in the world, or at least every other country in Latin America, on a per capita basis. And the reason for that isn't that they have more appliances. It's the fact that energy is so heavily subsidized for the middle class that it's essentially free. It's very cheap. You don't really have to budget with it. And for much of the lower classes, it's actually just illegally hooked up and then not policed. So the incentives for Venezuelans to come home and shut off their air conditioner or to not leave their television running are actually quite low from an economic standpoint, which is one of the things that the government is trying to convince people to do now, or has been with sort of middling success, just because people have gotten very used to not having electricity usage be something that they have to monitor.